How's it going, guys? Checking out the school bus here, or the cool bus. It's a 96. It's got a 7.3 turbo diesel in here. Gets it powered through all the winter storms and everything else. Off-roading in the dirt, all over the place. Got the wood stove vent pipe up there. Make sure the smoke goes out instead of inside. It's always a plus. Got my curtains hanging out. Got the... What's up?
You're living in this, right?
Yes, yes. This is the home on wheels. The first of many to come. I've built a few for friends, but this is the first of my own. And this is my spare gas I keep for the generator and for the dirt bike. And then obviously the diesel. It's a diesel. And then come back here and I tow my dirt bike right here on this little. Plug it right into your trailer hitch. Throw your dirt bike right on, strap it down, and I bring it all over. I've driven it back and forth across the country with dirt bikes that weigh 150 pounds to dirt bikes and Harleys that weigh 500 pounds. So it does its thing. It's a little sketchy feeling, but it works. And I got the cheap little roof mount storage bin there. I was looking for those for a while. So this is my Instagram. Yeah. The Instagram for the bus, the Magic Cool Bus.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, I snowboard and snow skate professionally, travel the country doing that. So you can follow that page and then follow my page, Benson Bra, which has all that on there.
What's your box back here for?
This right here holds the straps for the dirt bike when I throw it up. This keeps the straps out here so everything's ready to go to strap it up. And then over here I got fishing rods, you know, because times like this when you're right on the river, it's always good to have your rods. Then I got a little hanger over here. This does a lot of different, hangs everything that you want to hang on it. Sometimes I strap my snowboard to it and does what you need to do. Regular window fan there, keep the air moving in and out. And then this is the front door.
Oh, yeah. This is great.
I pulled off of a house I was working on out in Mammoth Lakes, California, and trimmed it down and made it work for the opening that we have here.
You got the handy bottle opener there?
Yep, we got the little bottle opener here. And then come on in, give you the MTV Cribs tour here. So right here we got the wood stove. This you get cooking, keeps everything dry. You can cook your food, boil your water, do whatever you got to do off of there. Got the driver's seat. That's when you're making moves, going from state to state. A lot of long hours there. Got the TV. Got the keys. Got the area for glasses and stuff like that. Got the little hat storage here. Got to have a hat for every occasion. All right, so this is the wood stove. If you've ever looked at pictures of any built-out school buses, this is always the thing everyone loses their mind about. Oh, you got a wood stove. There's a right way to do it. There's a wrong way to do it. How I have it done works. I'd say this is a little close to my whole pipe area. It's just a little bit close, but it works just fine because I used concrete board here on the sides. I got concrete board going up, 1/4 inch thick with very thin, but thin roofing metal here. And that keeps the heat just kind of coming out. And then I got double walled pipe here and 16 gauge thick pipe. So 16 gauge thick with a flume in it leads up to the double walled aluminum pipe that goes through the roof, and that keeps it really cool so that none of the insulation up there or anything gets burnt. And then it goes through the roof to another 16-inch gauge thick vent exhaust pipe. Okay, so this is old bindings off one of my old snowboards, and when I come in after snowboarding all day and your boots are wet and you're tired and you're cold, you start a fresh hot fire and you throw your boots up here, you strap them in. Fire dries your boots so that next day you don't have wet boots, because no one likes to ride with wet boots. And that works for anything. You can put your sneakers up there, whatever. As long as you're having a fire, the heat goes right up and dries within 20-25 minutes.
Nice.
So if things get too hot, I just crack the window a little bit. But then moving over here, we got the little portable stove. This is what I use to cook on when I'm not cooking on the wood stove, if it's too hot out or whatever, if I want to cook outside. Then up here we have some storage. Keep some cups, some plates, all that normal stuff, some fire stuff. You know, keep everything up there that you don't want out in the living space. Then come down here, I got another one. Just holds more random stuff. I got another propane heater back here for when the wood stove just isn't enough in certain places. I camp out in places where it gets -10 at times, so you got to have it all. The whole bus is insulated. I ribbed it all out with 2x4s and did 1.5 inch thick insulation, and then I did a vapor barrier around that entire 1.5 inch thick rib out insulation, and then I plywooded, and then on top of the plywood I did my build out. So I lost a few inches in space with doing all that, but I gained a lot of economy, you can say, with keeping it cool and hot. When I'm keeping it hot, it stays hot, and when I'm keeping it cool, all I got to do is open the windows. So that helps. And then back here we got my shower set up, which was a lot cleaner and was a lot better, but because I'm always camping in very cold places, stuff froze, stuff broke. I had to make it work where I was at. So right now we got the horse trough for the tub. I got a 42-gallon water tank tucked under here with a water pump that I have hooked up to my battery off of the bus. And so when I want to use my shower, I just turn it to the on position, the bus to the on position, and then hardwired this switch into the battery. So I flick this on, and that's the pump. Pump comes on, pumps the water through the system. The water comes up here into this it's an instant water heater, propane. So you plug a little propane cooking can into this, and then the water comes up, heats it all up in this copper coil up inside of here, and then it comes back out hot, and you can adjust the heat right here, you can adjust the temperature right here, and then you got your little shower head right here. So you hop in the tub, take your little shower, hop out. You got the little bathroom over here. It's a composting toilet. Works pretty normal to pretty similar to a normal toilet. You open up the lid. If you pee, you just sit down. Whether you're a guy or a girl, you sit down, you pee. If you stand up and pee, which I do sometimes, but if you do it that way, then sometimes the pee ends up in the poo, and you don't want the pee ending up in the poo. So what it does is it separates the urine.
Oh yeah, I've never seen that before.
So when you want to take a number 2, you use this lever here, and you open that up, and it drops down into a mixed solution of soils, which creates a compost. And then once you do your number 2, that's opened, you do it, you close it, and then you crank this, which is basically just a big metal wheel in there that cranks it all up, keeps it mixed right. And then your pee goes down these 2 little holes into this tank. And I've been amazed at how long this can last without stinking. It can go if you're taking number 2s in it, you can go over 2 months without it smelling bad. And that's pretty impressive for me. And then all you do is you take it out, easily comes apart, and you dump it into a bag and you put it in a compost trash. So that easy. Then you don't have to worry about gray tanks stinking and black tanks stinking and all that other. That was the way I wanted to do it. Then you got the back door here, which is nice, leads out to the dirt bike.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there. You got a fire extinguisher up there?
Got a fire extinguisher in case we get a little too hot in here. And then right here is in case I got any passengers hanging on back here, or in case I want to hang my towel or hang my helmet or help me get in and out of the tub. Everything's got multiple uses in this thing. Up here we got a little storage. Over here we got some hoodies and jackets. This keeps all the hoodies and jackets. Out here, in case you rolled over and you had to get out, you got the emergency roof. And then, yeah, you know, some room for artwork, which is also a rolling table.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Comes down, you can use it as a little table, eat your food, do whatever.
I guess this pulls out, or?
Oh God, B. Yeah, and then the bed is a couch when you're not sleeping. And then when you're sleeping, you just grab on and it slides right out.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, that's pretty much the tour of the bus. On the floor we got pennies. I saw this on a bar pillar and thought it'd be a cool idea to do for the floor. So a week later and a lot of hours later, it was done.
Wow.
But it came out nice and works good. The only downfall I can say to doing that is because I have glass casts on top, when you're in a very cold area, the floor stays very cold, which sucks. But if you're planning on camping in the summer all the time, it's perfect, and it's super easy to clean, super easy to sweep. I never have to use a vacuum, all that stuff. So that's kind of what I was going for. I didn't want to have carpet and all that stuff to where I was constantly living in a dirty van, you know? So with this setup, all I got to do is take my leaf blower, open all the doors and windows, and 10 seconds later, I got a clean house. And so yeah, I got a big old cedar slab here, 3-inch thick cedar slab. And it was a lot bigger than this when I got it. I trimmed it down, treated it, sanded it, stained it, gave it that good look everyone wants, slapped it on there. These cabinet doors are recycled, repurposed off of a regular old dresser that I had that just wasn't working anymore. So I took the dresser drawers and the dresser sides and I made cabinetry out of those. So it was kind of matching the color I had already. And then just a small piece of diamond plated steel to keep the heat off the top of the wood when the fire's burning. And then also over here I got a little heat shield just to keep the seat from melting when it is getting warm.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, over here I keep my, got a little shoe storage area right here. This is where the old mechanism for the old automatic door went. And once I got rid of all that, I had more room, so I decided I'm going to use it for storing shoes. We got a little locker storage thing here, just for random stuff you always want to grab. Got sunscreen, sunglasses, a belt, whatever, you know. And then over here I keep my axe and stuff for splitting wood. I got a little frisbee, random storage, charging stuff, little music, you know, all the good stuff you need to have a good time. All right, so up here I got a 2,000 watt inverter. So if I'm driving for a while, if we're taking a trip, someone's sitting in the back, they can hang out, they can plug the TV in, play video games, watch TV, do whatever they want to do, charge their cell phones, do all that. Doesn't work when you're not running the bus. I mean, you can use it, but it's going to kill your batteries, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. And then, but when you're driving, it's always a good thing to have, so that when you're driving, you can charge your stuff. And then when you're not driving, I have a generator that I use to do all that stuff normally.
Okay.
And then
You got your switches there?
we got some switches here. This was for the electric door when I used to have the door hooked up to the electric, but I don't use that anymore. This is to override the light system. This is for the flashing lights. This used to be for the stop sign. And then that just tells you if your door's open.
Oh, so that came with it.
Yep,
Yeah.
so that was originally there.
Yeah, you
But
utilize some of the...
some of them I use still, some of them I don't. This is Annabella, my lady. She loves the bus, I love the bus. Everyone likes the bus life. So if you're trying to be a little bit more free and not be a slave to this world we live in, hop in a van, hit the road.